Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. This is the playoff. Let's see how the table looks. Or the bracket. Furth versus Excelsior. Alright, it's a pretty good game. Westerlo versus Virl. Alright. Like on paper you think, oh, Westerlo got that easy. Top division of Belgium. Virl have been fucking great. They've been really good, so I don't know. Elfsborg versus DC. Alright, again, it's a pretty even game. And then ended right next to each other on the table. Houston versus Tondela. Literally, the team that almost got eighth, the team that almost got relegated. So let's see what happens in the first game, which is gonna be Furth versus Excelsior. I'm going for Furth. They do get it. Latayev. Latayev? Yeah, he didn't score the whole fucking regular game league phase. But that one goal is enough to see them get the victory over the Dutch side. Okay. But the next game is at home for Excelsior, so let's see how they can manage. Westerlo versus Virl. I'm gonna go for. Oh, I did forget to fix that. That I had fucked up when it came to giving Patrao. Putting him here instead of Alawi. Yep. Alright. Oh, fuck. Alright, I'm going for Westerlo versus Virl. I'm going for Westerlo. They're top division in Belgium. They should win this, and they lost. Ottweiler gets the victory for Virl. Well, Westerlo, now you have a hard match. You have to go all the way to their stadium. It's not far away, Germany compared to Belgium, but still, you have to travel to there and you still gotta beat them. Crazy. Augsburg hosting DC United. Can they hold off the Americans? I think they can. Augsburg. Ooh, Clark gets a late equalizer. But goals from Hedlund and Sigurd Pálsson are only countered by Clark and Luis Munteanu. Alright. Alright, interesting. I gotta go all the way to America. These are interesting games for sure. Houston versus Tondela. Houston will feel very hurt because they lost by like a single point, I think it was, from getting the top 8. So let's see if they can rectify it here. And they do have players like Samaseku coming back from injury, so maybe that'll help them out. It does not. Wow, what a brutal result. Because Tondela were also, they lost 5-0 in the last game of the season, where by all metrics they should have been eliminated. But because Galway lost 3-0 to DC, and St. Gallen lost to Estoril, it was over for them. Or to Lugano, I mean. With Aiko, Tavares, and fucking... Tavares gets a brace? Damn. That's heartbreaking. That's really heartbreaking for Houston. They were so close to getting the top 8, but it's just not meant to be, I guess. 9th place teams never do good. Never in this fucking thing. Not always, but for the most part, they never do good. Alright, Leg 2. Excelsior hosting Furth. Can they turn it around against the Germans? I doubt it. Ooh, okay, almost. Klaus gets a goal to make it 2-0, and a very late goal from Tielemans makes it nervy for Furth, but unfortunately for Excelsior, it wasn't enough. They fought hard. They had opportunities. I think their main reason was their striker, Wlodarczyk. Ass. He was terrible the whole season. To like the final 4 games, he scored 2 goals to rectify his stance as a striker. If they would have a better striker, I think they would have been fine. But unfortunately for Excelsior, they have now been eliminated. Furth, congratulations, you're in the semifinals. You love to see it. You really do love to see it. Virl versus Westerlo. I still think Westerlo are going to win. I still think they got this. And they fucking do. I fucking called it. Kajewski and Manhart get goals, but goals from Ferri, Sayandamanch, Orega, and Bayram are enough to see the Belgian club get the victory. Wow. What a fucking crazy game. That's a late 86-minute winner from Ferri. That's crazy. Well, Virl, you have surprised me to here in the end of the world. You got so many random results. You're the only team to defeat Liverpool. The only one. Beat them 2-0. So... be proud. You fought really hard. Even here, you got your 76-minute goal to tie it. But unfortunately for you, Ferri gets that goal and you're knocked out. So I'm sorry to say this, but you have now been eliminated. Westerlo, congratulations. You're going to now play against Furth. That's a hard game. I'm not going to lie. I wouldn't have high hopes. DC versus Elfsborg. This is a hard one, but I do think DC win this because of home crowd. Just because of the home crowd. Yep. They went to extra time too. What the fuck? So let's see what happened. Rap gets the first goal, and then Pirani, so it's tied at that point, 3-3. And then Pirani gets another goal, and Hedlund gets another goal after that to make it 4-4. Extra time happens, and before the first half, Baribo gets the 5th. And Luis Munteanu gets the winning goal to absolutely secure DC the victory. Augsburg, you fought really hard. Um, you had a few interesting performances with players that I'm not really familiar with, like Ichler and whatever, but it wasn't enough. You're now been eliminated. DC, congratulations. You're now be heading over to the semifinals against the winner of this game between Tondela and Houston. Most very likely a Tondela victory, to Houston's dismay. Yep, even then it's fucking terrible from them. So goal from Ponce gives them maybe like, they're like, guys, we can do it. And then Sithole gets a goal. And then a late goal from Van der Heide. Sure, just puts a dagger through the heart. Tondela, y'all have some pieces of shit, but you did what you had to do and you won the game. Congratulations. Houston, it sucks, man. Like, you guys have one of my favorite players on your team, Ashe Ashe. You guys have Samaseku, I like him a lot. Bogus, I like Linger a lot. So it sucks that you've been eliminated, but it is what it is. The tournament goes as it goes. So, and you have not been eliminated. Tondela, you're going through to play against DC United. You knocked out one MLS team. Can you do it to another one? Let's see. As we now head off to the semifinals. Furth versus Westerlo. I'm going for Furth. Ooh, La Page? I don't know who that is. He gets a late goal. Look at that. 65th minute, 65th minute, and then a 88th minute winner. All right. Will got a goal. So it's hard because now you got to go to Belgium now. But let's see if they can do it. That's an interesting start to the tie. And now we have DC hosting Tondela. Can Tondela make another upset by doing the thing on the other side? No. Okay, it's a tie. So DC can't take advantage of home field advantage. Interesting. Alright, so now you gotta travel out of Portugal. Yikes. Alright. This defines who the finalists will be. Will Westerlo be able to make it to the final? Or will it be Furth, who have been in the top 8 for so long in the league phase? I'm going for Furth. I think Furth will get this. No, 0-0. No one can do anything about it. And you can tell by substitutions like La Page and Kimura that the Westerlo were solely focused on defense. And it worked out. They did it. They're in the final. Congratulations. Westerlo have been very mediocre for the entire tournament. But now you have Furth, who were actually really decent the whole tournament, have now been eliminated. So we won't be getting no Fuzkeo, no Hergota, no Latayev, nothing. Wow. I mean, I was going to say I'm shocked, but through thick and thin, Westerlo, congratulations. You're going to the final. And your matchup will be determined in this next game between Portuguese side Tondela and American side DC United. I'm going for, honestly, Tondela. I think for some reason they feel like they got it themselves. So I feel the confidence they have in themselves. And I'm a fucking idiot. Okay, look at that kind of result right there. Bebeto gets a goal to put them in the lead, and they're like, oh yeah, they're just holding off, and late goal from left midfielder Peglo to make it go to extra time. And then Israeli striker, my friend Adrian, is fucking fuming as Baribo gets the winning goal. Wow. And then they were able to hold it off until then. Tondela, y'all probably deserve to get knocked out in the fucking league phase, and you were still able to make it to the semi. So congratulations for that. But as far as that goes concerned, you've now been eliminated. DC, congratulations. You're heading to the final. We now have a final between Belgium Westerlo versus American DC United. But unfortunately, Alcocer is injured now. Uh-oh. And their backup is this guy, Bohamdi Kamoni. He played for a little bit before, but that is not the person you want to have there. Actually, wait a minute. I didn't realize that Sayan Damesh was actually a left midfielder. There's no right winger or anything. No. Well, that's probably for the best then right there. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Alright, Westerlo are hosting DC United at the St. Jacob Park. Who's going to win this? Whoever wins this game has a spot in phase 2 of the football. Or the other one, eliminated. Who's going to win it? My money, I want Westerlo to win. I want it to be like a more underdog story than DC. Come on, Westerlo. Nah, it's not enough. It's not enough. As Barilo gets the first goal early on. Ferri gets one early on the second half. But then a brace from Munteanu is enough to see the American side defeat the Belgians. It was a difficult match. Westerlo, you've been like mediocre for the most part of the season. But you hang in there and you made to the final of the playoffs, but it wasn't enough, and you have now been eliminated. DC were saved by Peglo. So DC's whole thing is crazy, but unfortunately for you, West Deville, you've been eliminated. DC United, congratulations on making it to phase 2. We're gonna go over here. DC United are now part of the teams going to the next round. Alright. Congratulations to them. Wow. Alright. Let's see if Stedland and them are right next to each other. But with that being said, Group Enye has been confirmed. We already know our teams: Liverpool, Fiorentina, Monaco, Auxerre, Sparta Prague, Coventry City, Estoril, Lugano, and now DC United have all qualified for the next round. So everyone else, goodbye. You had a very good tournament, but it's been fun over. Now with that being said, we're now going to Group Sevilla. See how this looks for everybody. Leuven from Belgium, Sampdoria from Italy, Village Bull Club from Denmark. We haven't been to Denmark in a while. Valencia from Spain, Augsburg from Germany. That's interesting, 2 teams. Elversberg from Germany, who just got promoted, by the way. So that's crazy. Seoul from South Korea, Derby from England, Waterford from Ireland, Montpellier from France, Pescara from Italy, which, by the way, has Lorenzo Insigne. Just saying that, bringing that up. HamKam from Norway, Estrela from Portugal, Zulte Waregem from Belgium, Al Hazem from Saudi, Dortmund from Germany, big team right there. Mumbai City from India, Godoy Cruz from Argentina, Talleres from Argentina, and Minnesota United. Wow. And with that being said, look at that. We have 1, 2, 3, and the final group over here. Damn, bro, we're so close. We're actually so close to finishing this whole thing. And we get to go see all the winners play the other tournament. Super excited. I'm going to have to edit all these teams, and then I'll meet you guys whenever I'm done with that. But thank you for watching Group Enye. I'll definitely see you guys for Group Sevilla, followed by these 2 other groups eventually. So for now, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.